Hello everyone. Just a quick disclaimer about this episode. Due to the recent weather events happening in Vancouver, Lanessa's internet has been down for a few days, so she's using her phone as a mobile hotspot, so the audio sounds wonky here and there as the internet tries to keep up with everything happening. We apologize in advance, but we hope you enjoy the episode all the same. Hello, and welcome to Mixed Bag, a D&D 5th edition actual play podcast. I'm the Dungeon Master, Jonathan, and joining me at the table are...
Hey, yo, what up? I'm Eli, he, him pronouns. I'm playing Lucky Teddy, the human warlock.
Hey gang, it's Stacey, she, her pronouns. I'm playing Nyla, the Dragonborn sorcerer.
Hello friends, it's Lanessa here, and I am playing Ainsley, our Way of Mercy monk, and my pronouns are she, her.
Let's crack-a-lackin', big smackin'. Name's Mike. Pleasure to meet y'all. I will be playing Sarros, Arrats, the Aasimar cleric. He, him pronouns.
Hey guys, my name's Reid, he, him pronouns, and I'm playing Dante, the Shifter Paladin.
All music on the podcast is provided by Perrytune. You can find all of our socials in the episode descriptions, as well as a link to Perrytune's website and music. And without further ado, let's jump in and get into episode 3. So to recap, you all woke up seemingly inside the game, and after a bit of confusion and screaming, you sent a message to your friend Dante to kind of warn him from getting back in the game. Much to your surprise, you found out that he was actually in the same inn that you guys were staying in, and everyone kind of joined together. You talked to the innkeeper for a bit, and were given some general information about what was going on. You met a very scared young man by the name of Vance in the lobby. And Sarros was able to, kind of calm him down a bit, reassure him. After that, you guys kind of headed back up to the Adventurers Hall and, tried to get a scope of what was going on, how everyone is, if there was any information to be gleaned. You did meet up with Chain Sky there, one of the captains of the top guilds. And after learning a lot and absolutely nothing at the same time, you decided to investigate the hidden quest that was available from the innkeeper, which was titled The One-Eye God. Having tackled that quest, a little perilous at times, you overcame a group of kobolds that were speaking some foreign language you were not able to comprehend. You go back to the innkeeper to collect your reward, and unfortunately the innkeeper gives you the rooms to stay for free forever with food, but he doesn't have the keys because he gambled them away. And so, after a lot of debating, you headed over to the Gullible God, and then you met with the tavern owner there, who went by the name of Revenant, and challenged him to a card game of blackjack for the satchel with the keys. And in a very, very tense moment, with time seemingly frozen around you, Lucky Teddy, you managed to come up on top. By 1, I think?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, it was really clutch.
Collected the keys, and as soon as you stepped out of that establishment, you saw Vance say hello to you. And then immediately there was a sleeveless player that came from nowhere, just cut the corners of the alley, ran behind Vance, and just stabbed him with 2 daggers, and then kept running into the alleyway. So he was out of your sight. Vance dropped, and in an effort to save him, Sarros quickly ran to cast Spare the Dying on Vance, but was not able to get there in time, and Vance disappeared into nothing. And so here we stand, with Sarros on the ground, reaching and holding nothing, almost holding Vance's hand.
Well, I'm going to immediately, check for danger.
Just through a general perception, or is there anything you're casting?
Just general perception. Just immediately checking to see if there's anyone else, suspicious.
Gotcha.
I'm in full, get down, Mr. President mode.
Already.
That's an 18.
18. Looking about, you guys are pretty isolated here. The Low Commons is not large, but it's pretty sprawling. There's a lot of little alleys and streets and main streets. So there's no one really around. But, scanning the rooftops, scanning everything else that you can see, it's pretty desolate. And no one has noticed that this has gone down.
Okay.
Sarros? Sarros, are you alright?
You see Sarros on his knees, chest right there, right out of reach of Vance. His right hand holding up right to where Vance was outreaching to him. And it's just trembling. He's shaking in stunned silence. Unresponsive.
We need to get back to the Raging Opportunist. Now.
I'm gonna go over and try to pick Sarros up. Dante's gonna go over and just be like, Captain, we have to go. We have to leave.
Instinctually, once you place your hand on Sarros, he just jumps a little bit. He seemed so focused in that moment and just was unaware of anyone else around him. You're right. Let's go.
We'll talk about it back at the end. Let's just head straight there. And Teddy's gonna start walking.
Ainsley's got a death grip on Nyla and sort of puts her in front of her as she walks and is like, okay, come on, we gotta go. Everybody, let's go.
Sis, what happened?
Well, I don't really know, but we'll figure it out. Just everybody scan, keep your eyes open as we go, but get to the inn. That's our objective. Just go there for right now.
So you're all making your way to the inn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. Easily enough, you backtrack through. You pass by the ruined temple once again that has been smashed into nothingness, and you enter the Raging Opportunist. No one's there. Oi, hello.
Park it. Teddy's running over to all the windows, pulling over the curtains, all that good stuff.
Does he not like the sunlight?
Night owl. Don't mind us. Carry on. Do these doors lock? The front doors? Can we lock them?
Yes. But why? Why should we lock the inn? Don't we want customers coming in?
Not right now.
Might be a good idea to close up early for the day.
Oh my, is there an emergency happening?
Just a coming storm.
I see. Were you able to gain those keys?
And for a moment, Teddy kind of pauses. No, she handed Sarros the keys, right?
Did you? Did she?
I think. Maybe?
Did you?
I don't think so.
I
Okay,
can't remember.
well-
You may have. I can't remember.
I don't have it in my notes. But
I put it in my inventory.
If only we
I
could
did
ask
not.
the listeners.
I know. Listeners, please email us at we don't have an email address at gmail.com and let us know.
It's actually mixed bag roleplay at gmail.com.
oh
yeah.
shit!
We love
Look at
it.
that.
Good on you, Pam. Good branding. Good
Yes.
branding.
Good.
Efficient.
Yes.
Just
Look
like
at the
this guy.
DM being on top of stuff. That's a professional right there.
Oh yeah.
Well, for now, Teddy will just hold up the keys and jingle them. Of course, I won them, but we'll get to that in a second. We need to lock up and prepare.
Oh, yes, right away. And he quickly grabs the main door key, which he has on his pocket, his person all times, and he locks up. No problem. And he's kind of just standing there, worried, very confused as to what's going on. Is there anything I can help you with?
You know what? You remember when you offered us breakfast?
Yes.
That would be amazing right now.
Well, for the patrons such as yourself, right away.
Thank you. All right, and Teddy will kind of get a table and some chairs. We gotta talk about this.
Is there anyone else that's in the area, or is it like just us? There wasn't anyone sitting around waiting for breakfast or anything. It's just us.
Just you guys.
Okay. Ainsley still hasn't let go of Nyla. Just has this death grip on her, and she's like, "Okay, come on, let's just go sit down, and then we'll figure out something to eat and what we do about all of this."
Why would someone kill another player? I don't understand. That's not part of the game. There was player versus player combat, but not in the streets.
And Vance should have come back, right? Respawned. But with the temple destroyed, does that mean people can't respawn?
There's no guarantee of that. There should be other temples in the game, right?
This is the beta, though. Not everything's here. It's incomplete.
All I know is this is getting realer by the second, and we need to stay safe. So we need some safety rules, right? And she'll kind of look over at Sarros. Right, Captain?
Can we see the chair that Vance was sitting in from where we're at?
Well, he wasn't in a chair. He was literally in the corner of the room.
Okay. In that case, Sarros is just looking towards the corner.
Teddy will kind of like snap her fingers in his face. Captain? Sarros?
Sorry. Yes, what were we talking about? I'm sorry.
We need to come up with like some safety rules, ground rules for this.
Oh,
Whatever we're dealing with
those
is
are good.
whatever we're dealing with is real, and we need to stay safe.
Right. Yes, ground rules. Ground rules are very good. They keep us safe. They keep us from harm's way. Sovereign will protect us if we keep these rules, yes.
Hmm.
No splitting up. We must all stick together. Staying together keeps us safe. Power in numbers.
Or if you have to separate, go with a buddy.
Yes.
I think it's quite wise not to be alone.
Yeah.
Do you think, if there's safety in numbers, do you think we should try to recruit more people? Just to be aware and to help safeguard other people on the streets?
Well, there's safety in numbers with people you can trust. And given that we don't know many of the other players, and it seems as though PvP is a thing outside of the arena, maybe we should stick to ourselves as much as possible. Help others where we can, yes, but as for bringing others in, I don't know that it's wise to trust anyone.
At least right now. The problem is that the chaos is just starting. And I hate to be blunt with this, but I don't think Vance is just the beginning. If we're not careful, this whole city, this whole town could descend into just pure madness.
And for all we know, he wasn't the first.
Exactly.
It's maybe harsh of me to say, but if we can die, does that mean... If everything in this game can die, does that mean we're murdering? Like, those kobolds, like, they were real and we killed them.
We don't know that. Yes, we don't know that. It's just because we are stuck here doesn't mean everything's real. It's still a game after all. Still a beta. It's a little glitchy.
Teddy, without saying anything, she just raises an eyebrow at that comment.
Right? I mean, it's just a glitch, right? I mean, we all just
Right.
log out. The Sovereign, obviously are working on this. The developers, right? Right?
I don't want to kill anything if it's real. I just want it to be a game, but we don't know what happens. We can't get out, and I don't want to be a murderer.
It's okay, Nyla. It's okay. What we know so far, we can assume all of the players are people, right? And we wouldn't be attacking any of the players. The only creatures we'd be fighting were already programmed in game. So I don't think that they're real people.
What about that NPC we saved?
The farmer?
He thanked us. They never did that before.
That was weird, yeah.
Maybe they've just adjusted the programming so that it feels more lifelike for the players.
Yeah. It's all just pre-written script, right? On dialogue, right?
I mean,
Some sort of advanced AI, maybe, that they're trying. It is a beta. We were, lucky enough out of millions of people to get to try this. So maybe
I don't know. I've combed through forums and all sorts of different sites about the potential things in the beta, but nothing this advanced ever came up in conversation. Nothing in dev notes and interviews and press conferences, nothing. I know they kept a pretty tight-lipped about 2.0, but I don't think it'd be anything like this.
Well, considering we're living in the game right now, who knows what they had up their sleeves?
And I'd imagine if that's the case, technology at this level, they wouldn't want to broadcast it until they knew it worked. So, having a beta and these people to test it on, just, I don't know, the implications are huge. Real world. I mean, could you imagine? Get one of your enemies to sign up to play what they think is a game and eliminate them? I mean, that's
Convince
high
someone,
level stuff, but...
and they've done a pretty good job of convincing me I have scales.
Pretty fucked up way to go about it, considering that a whole bunch of innocent people are getting lost in this as well. Just for a couple enemies?
Well, I mean, if it's on a government scale, that's sort of what happens, right? They test it on people who don't know better or don't have a choice. And...
But if they're doing that, it has to be illegal, right? They can't just force us to do this.
Yeah, it's just a game, guys. He probably just got kicked out of the beta or something, right?
Did anybody read the terms and conditions carefully? I mean, I know we all got NDAs as a beta tester, but did anybody actually read it?
You mean that like 10 page long? No, I didn't read it. I don't think anyone reads terms of service.
No, for all we know, we consented.
Hey, Pap.
Yes.
Given Sarros' current occupation, you think he would have read the terms of service?
I would say, yeah, probably.
Okay. Did he see anything like this?
Nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing outside of like basic terminology caught your eye.
All right. Okay.
At this moment, Nevin comes out, holding this like big, large tray, and it's got various like squash soup bowls, breads, cut meat, like a big like charcuterie board as well. Comes out and like almost trips, but kind of catches himself. Like, oh, that was a close one. Sets it on the table. And then takes a bowl for himself. He's like, careful, it is hot. Blows a spoon and then starts eating it with you guys.
Thanks, Nevin. You're a sweetheart.
It was really good. My mother always said I should have been a culinary expert, a chef, if you will.
Nebin, if you're gonna cook for us, please let us help you in the kitchen. It's the least we can do.
But it's you know, my occupation. It's my pleasure to serve such fine patrons as yourselves. In fact, you went and got my keys for me. Bit of a mistake on my part, but all well that ends well, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. All's... Yeah. We wrapped that quest up, I guess, pretty alright.
Nebin, have you lived here your whole life?
No, not quite. I'm originally from the Great Isle.
Okay. Have you ever seen a temple destroyed? Do you know what happens?
Oh, I mean, you know, sometimes it can be rebuilt, or, you know, it's quite unfortunate that we can't go to that specific temple to praise the sovereign, but there's others, I suppose.
Okay, so that's good. Just because Vance didn't respawn here doesn't mean he couldn't have respawned somewhere else if our temple is broken, right?
I'm not familiar with this word. Respawn. I
Sorry,
don't know what that means.
Couldn't their soul couldn't be blessed or saved. And she'll kind of like look around at the table like, sorry guys, I was more asking you. But just as a monk, I'm worried about that sort of thing. So if someone were to be hurt here now with the temple broken, what do they do for if they're wounded or injured?
Naturally, you drink a potion or you cast a curing spell on them. That's a bit above my pay grade, but generally you want to cure them before they pass, unfortunately.
Okay.
I want to find out what the other guilds are doing. And I'm at a loss for what we should do ourselves. But
I feel like... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, if the other guilds are on the move or they have some plans, I think we should support them. I'm at a loss.
I feel like the other guilds should be our greatest allies right now. I don't think they would be very supportive of people running around killing other players.
I hope not. Captain of the Lightning Dragons seem to be pretty lax, all things considered. But I don't know about the others.
Well, maybe we can start with them, the Lightning Dragons.
You seem to have the best rapport with them, Teddy. You should probably talk.
If you're a certain place on the bracket, you probably know who I am. So I guess, but then it'd come to a matter of where they are, where they're hanging out. I don't know. We just need some leads. So far, we don't have any.
Maybe we should go back to the guild hall, see if we can find anybody.
I also think we should probably rest before we do anything. I feel like we're all a little tapped.
Yeah, I definitely am. I'm a little. Admittedly, I'm a little anxious on going to the adventuring hall. I feel like if we go back, I don't know. I think Vance is only a piece of what might end up actually happening.
If anybody else out there is, or the other guilds even, are still leveling and still doing quests, I think that's something we have to consider as well, because we don't want to get left too far behind, or unfortunately overwhelmed if we happen to run into players who aren't great people.
Yeah, but it's gonna be real hard to do some of these quests, knowing what's going on in the back of your mind, Just
We also have these other pieces. There's, what, 7 more?
Yep.
Well, we have to
Well,
do something.
maybe there's a way we can do both. Maybe we can talk to the other guilds that we trust, see if they happen to have found any of these shards or know anything about them or have a better idea about what's happening, but I don't know. There has to be a way to find some answers.
Yeah. All right. I guess we should find the lightning dragons or someone else or the other. I don't know. I guess we should find the other guilds.
Yeah. But I think, like Nyla said, I think the first order of business is we get some rest. We've had a very long day.
Yeah.
And we know we're safe here.
And just for added safety, I think we should all be bunking in rooms. We don't all have to share a room, but I think at least 2 people a room would be optimal.
I agree.
Just in case people, get crazy and try to do something stupid.
I think that's probably for the best, and we haven't had a slumber party in a while, have we, sis?
No, but you're welcome to stay in my room anytime. I'd prefer that, given the situation.
And I don't care who bunks with me. We have an odd number, so I guess there'll be
3 of us to a room.
Well, that'll work for me. Though, and she'll look at Dante. If you think about if you get any wild ideas about entertainment, and she'll do air quotes, I'll crush your neck like it's a soda can.
Oh, oh, don't you worry, Teddy. I'm not going to you for my entertainment.
Well,
You're welcome to stay with us as well.
Oh, no.
Teddy, why don't you stay with Nyla?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What the hell does that mean?
Oh no.
I'll have you know, you'd be lucky as hell to have me as entertainment.
Would I be lucky to get Lucky Teddy for entertainment?
Hell yeah. But I am a
No,
luxury few can afford. So
Please bear in mind that I am 15 years old.
Yes, I've got my hands over her ears. Like, can we continue this conversation at another time, please?
I just know that I'm merchandise that's high on the shelf. That's all I'm saying.
During this conversation that brewed from between Dante and Teddy, Sarros just stood up, pushed his chair back in, with shoulders slouched, head hung low, walks away and into his room. Silent.
At this point in time, it is night. So you all are retiring to your rooms and sleeping.
I think that's the plan. Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
That's definitely for the best.
And we have Ainsley and Nyla in the room, and Dante, Teddy, and Sarros sharing a room. Right?
Yeah.
Sarros isn't leaving his room. Just want to put that out there.
Oh, we're in your room. Don't worry.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, we're following you.
As you said in chat just now, it's time for sad boy hours.
Hashtag sad boy hours.
And we'll take the room either immediately next door or across the way from them, whichever is closer.
Okay. You can stay in the room right next to each other.
Okay.
So, no problem. You guys all spend the night without any issue, reservation. You're up to full. All your spell slots are restored. And you wake up the next morning. Lucky Teddy.
Oh, Lord.
When you wake up next morning, you have a message waiting for you
Okay.
from Godfried.
Oh, I'll read it.
The message says, "Hey Teddy, when you have a chance, please meet us at the Adventurers Hall."
For entertainment.
Ugh. Teddy will reply with a thumbs up emoji.
Message sent.
And she'll check. While exiting out menus, she'll check again at where the log out button is supposed to be.
There's nothing there. There's no access for settings. There's no access for logout, or information. So what you see in your menu is your messaging system, the status of you, and the status of anyone in your guild you would be able to see. You have your friends list, and you have your item, like your inventory and your equipment. That's pretty much it, and your spells, obviously. But that's all you can see from your menu.
Cool. Well, from there, I guess Teddy will start waking people up.
Ainsley's already awake because she only needs 4 hours rest. So she's just reading a book in the room with Nyla.
Dante's like groggily getting up out of bed very slowly.
Mm-hmm.
I had the weirdest dream last night. Oh, so sorry. I had the weirdest dream last night that a gnome snuck into my room and stuck one of those toy squeakers in my tail.
Oh?
I have no idea what it means. It's just what happened.
Who knows?
Can be weird like that.
Also, it's very odd and specific that I'm having a dream in what's supposed to be a computer simulation. What is happening?
Well, hopefully we'll be able to meet with the others and come up with a plan and see if we can get it figured out.
So,
Mom and Dad have to have noticed by now. I mean, I don't know how time works here compared to the real world, but they have to know by now. So
I would certainly hope so.
well, no sense worrying about something we can't control right now, so let's just find the others and sort out a game plan.
Right.
It doesn't take long before the wafting smell of bacon sizzling, fresh baked bread, and the smell of eggs grilling as well, or frying, I should say. As that all like comes up, you can tell that there's breakfast being made downstairs.
It smells heavenly.
Come on, let's go get some bacon.
Bacon, bacon,
Crunchy.
bacon.
And I guess the two of us will leave the room and head down for some food.
Teddy would have nudged Sarros awake. Welcome back to the land of the living, Captain.
Yes. Land of the living.
Mm-hmm.
I'm awake now.
Let's go. I've got some news for the crew.
Very well.
And
Rally forth.
And the three of us will leave.
Yeah.
You guys make your way downstairs. Nebin's there with a smile as well. And he's already like
Never.
grabbing plates and like getting ready to serve you guys breakfast. Good morning. How'd you sleep, sir? And you, madam. And you. And you. And he's like just kind of like setting down plates at the table and like, you know, addressing each and every one of you.
Hello.
Just fine, Nevin. I'll help you clean up once we're done.
So breakfast is laid on the table for all of you. You have bacon, you have eggs, you have fresh baked bread. It just comes apart like it was nothing. It's super fluffy and very warm.
And we can feel and taste all of it, right?
Yes. Everything is absolutely real.
Dante's just gonna dive in. Just like, oh my god, Nevin, this is so good.
Well, I'm glad you like it.
Nevin, after breakfast, I have a business proposition for you.
Oh? I'm
Yeah.
all ears. But
We'll
please,
save it. We'll save it after breakfast. We gotta
Af-
get through our own business first.
Of course, of course. I'll leave you to it.
In between, like, mouthfuls of bacon. Very good, Nevin.
Don't mention it. And he ducks away behind, like, in the room back where the kitchens are and stuff.
Ainsley's just holding her mug of tea, and she's like, "This is my third one this morning. You guys sleep for so long."
I mean, Lizard's gotta get her beauty sleep, I suppose.
I'm a growing boy.
I'm the only human in the party.
Sleep is vital to one's health.
But forget all that. I got some news, guys. Some news as I woke up.
Oh, what's up, Teddy?
Godfrey messaged me. He wants us to meet up with him.
Whoa, Godfrey.
Yeah. Oh, you weren't there. I fought him, and I totally won. Kicked his ass. It was
What?
pretty impressive.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Look at you, Teddy.
Oh, I know. It'll never happen again, though. Oof. But he wants us to meet him. I think he has a plan. So we should do that after breakfast.
Well, a plan is definitely more than we have, so yeah, I think so too. Did he say where he is?
Yes. As Teddy goes back to the message to read it again, as Eli forgot and did not write it in his notes.
He said to meet up at the adventuring hall.
At the adventuring hall. Okay, let me. He wants to meet up at the adventuring hall, which is,
Huh.
you know, a place I
Right.
kind of didn't want to go back to. But whatever works.
I mean, it's the only lead we've got for the time being, so why not?
It's our best
Yeah.
option.
So let's eat up, and I have an idea for good old Nebin here, and I think you guys will like it.
Once we're done, Nyla will start picking up plates and making her way towards the kitchen.
Nebin's back there, kind of just, you know, cleaning up the pots and pans and anything that he used.
Nevin, I brought the plates!
Oh, you didn't have to, but I appreciate the help. Thank you.
Did you want some help with washing up, or should I leave you to it? You're giving us free room and board, so I figured I should try to be helpful.
I've got it, but you're a very well-mannered young lady. Thank you for your offer.
Well, it's how I was raised. My parents they're real gems. They raised me to be a proper lady, so of course I offer a help when I can. There is no work beneath those of noble blood.
Well, I'm very appreciative, and I'm very happy to hear that. And he's like looking up towards the ceiling. He's like, I don't really remember mine. suppose I did have parents at one point. But, you know, you make the best out of life that you can. And that's why I ended up naming this place the Raging Opportunist. Although, some have come from time to time to tell me that the name is inappropriate. But, you know, screw them, right?
I suppose there's a reference there, but it's beyond me. Nebin, I hope you remember your parents at some point.
I wish I did. Not sure what happened, but, you know, I remember my early childhood life was, a bit bleak, living on the streets, you know, looking for scraps here and there, just trying to get by. But, you know, we managed to come over here, and we've come a long way. We sailed the ocean. You know, well, it's not that far from here to the Great Isle, but the Forsaken Ocean is to the south of us, and it's always a risky endeavor. But, you know, here we are.
To the south. Good to know. Well, I'd love to talk more, but I believe my party is waiting for me. Are you sure you don't need any more assistance? Otherwise, I'm going to take my leave.
I'm quite sure. Thank you. Thank you so much for your offer.
Anytime. Good day, Nevin.
Have a good day, madam.
You hear Nyla's claws click, 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 like very quickly out of the kitchen. I have
Like a
news.
dog running on hardwood.
I know.
Oh God.
Tick, 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 tick. I have news. So, apparently the world is bigger than just the Beta. You remember how Nevin said he came from the Grand Isle and there's possibly a temple there?
Yeah.
It's to the south, across the sea, but apparently a short sail. And yes, it requires a boat. He says it's treacherous, but that could be where we need to head next if we need to solve this.
Possibly. Well, if the Godfried stuff doesn't work out, then I guess we can head that way.
It's just good to know we have another option. Because I don't think sticking around here and trying to rebuild the temple is exactly the best option.
It was a thought that never crossed my mind.
Really?
What?
It'll take too long for us to do it. I want to find some other way to do it. I'm sure somebody would. I figured we'd probably find a faster way to tackle it, you know? Something with a little bit more action.
Speaking of,
Still think of how many.
sorry. Speaking of with the action and everything, please, everybody, be careful not to get into any fights that aren't 100% necessary. And she kind of like looks meaningfully at Teddy.
It's
important that we stay
I know.
safe and we stay together.
Yes, I
I
think the
know.
arena is not the best idea right now, unfortunately.
I know. My priorities are straight. I know. It's a little disappointing, but I know.
I know. We just want to
I'll
keep
do
you
my
safe.
best.
Thank you.
She'll hold up her left hand and cross her heart with her right. I got it.
And her third hand is crossed fingers behind her back.
Like a liar would.
Thank you, John Mulaney.
And Captain, how are you this morning?
I better. What happened yesterday was shocking to say the least. But however, he will return to us. We just simply need to ensure that he can come back to us safely with his soul, either to our temple or to another.
Wishful
Let's hope
thinking.
so.
It's not wishful if I know it.
Even better.
Well, shall we?
Wait.
Let's go.
Hold on.
Wait.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
What?
Nevin! Nevin!
Yes. Yes.
Come in here. I have an idea.
And he scuttles in.
You guys are gonna love this. Nevin, I have a business proposition for you.
I'm all ears.
So, and she'll kind of gesture to the whole table. We're, an adventuring guild, Chuki's Covenant, pretty famous, and we will be in need of a guild hall. So, how would you feel about the Raging Opportunist having a little collaboration deal with Chuki's Covenant by being the Covenant's guild hall? Huh?
I see, but don't you get your own guild hall, unless I'm mistaken?
I don't know how this works, and she'll hold up the keys. We got these, so I'm gonna make the most out of it. That is, if you want.
Well, you're always welcome here for life, free room and board.
I know,
You've
and I
earned it.
wanna take advantage of that. I wanna, build up on that.
Spoken like a true couch surfer.
It could mean more potential customers. Repeat business.
And we'd put our money here and help, build this place up some, upgrade it,
And we can protect you if anything happens.
Okay, but
And you'll have the luckiest gal in the whole world on your side. And she'll wink at him.
okay. Here is my condition. Just one.
Okay.
You need to do something about that room over there. And Nevin points to that little sanctuary room, to the fallen one.
Oh. Yeah, we can get rid of that.
If there were any other quests or anything that you had available in regard to that room?
I don't, there's nothing else I can provide that I know.
Well,
But, that room doesn't just come down. I've tried, believe me. Many hammers have taken to those walls with no effect.
huh. Well, I guess we'll figure something out when we come back.
Then, it's a tentative yes.
See? We got a guild hall. We got a guild hall!
Good job, Teddy. Using that noggin.
It's a blessing. And that's it. It's just a blessing. So, let's head out to go meet Godfrey.
Let's go.
Sally forth!
But before we leave, as everyone leaves, Teddy will stop Sarros.
What troubles you?
She's gonna wait till everyone leaves and starts walking a little bit, and she's gonna kind of pull him close. All right, what's going on for real, buddy? But yeah, she'll kind of speak a little low, and she'll have a serious look. Just, all right, what's going on? How are you really feeling?
I am quite saddened by Vance's untimely. He struggles to find the word or what, finish the sentence.
She'll put a hand on his shoulder, and she softens her look a little bit. Buddy, it's me we're talking about. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do the act.
He looks behind her and just sees the rest of the party walking away. The act's the only thing keeping me together right now. If I don't keep it up, I don't know who I am anymore, man.
Yeah. Well, Unfortunately, you've got a pretty heavy position on your plate. You're the captain. You're leading these guys. But, lucky for you, you got a pretty bomb-ass vice captain.
Yeah, I do, don't I?
And don't you forget it. Look, I know it's hard, but it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna get any easier, buddy. So, all I'm gonna say is, don't be afraid to lean on me a little bit. I'm your vice captain. That's what I'm here for.
Can I ask you something? Honestly?
Sure. Yeah.
Do you think they'll respawn if we fix the temple? Or do you think he's... You know.
He kind of looks down. She'll look over to where Nebin is, and then she'll look back. I think it's too early to tell. I don't know. We're running on basically nothing right now. It's definitely possible, at least for right now. But we got some other people to worry about it right now. I hate to be blunt, but our priorities got to be in order for this.
Right. Alright. You're right. Yeah, you're right. No. Shall we? Sally forth?
We shall, Captain Sarros. And she'll do an over-exaggerated bow and her hand forward.
Very well, my lady. And he takes her hand.
Let's go.
So you guys head north through the Low Commons and back through the Scholars Meadow and through the Merchant District across the town square and head into the huge Adventurers Hall building. Right off the bat, you can spot Godfried, and he's kind of there waiting for you. Next to him is Lilith Bloom, his vice captain, and standing in kind of like this, it's almost like a semicircle. There's also Chain Sky, and then there's Wen, who you have not met yet. And Wen is the captain for Chaos Eagle, also like one of the top guilds, one of the top martial guilds. And one is this long blonde hair, very light clothing, carrying a lute. You can probably tell that he's a bard. And he's got kind of like this always very happy, very soft-spoken and easygoing expression. And Godfrey notices you walk in. Hey.
Yo.
Tally ho, Gottfried.
Glad you can make it. Glad you got my message.
Yes. Given the circumstances, we'd be unwise not to.
I'm sure you've heard of the PK going on.
It takes Sarros a moment to respond to that. Yes, we have. But we have faith that it is merely only time before we meet our fallen brethren again at either new respawn temple or once this one has been rebuilt.
So, about that. There are some things that we need to discuss. Let us go to a more secluded place, yeah?
Agreed.
And towards the back of the Adventurers Hall, there's kind of like these, like, almost like little conference rooms / like lounges that players can go to. And there's one that's kind of like been reserved. You walk in and sitting on the couch with her elbows kind of propped up against the back of it. Taking up like this large amount of space is this very large, muscular, half-orc woman who just has this fierce but also very, very welcoming smile and like look to her. And her name tag says Pernilla Warblade, and Pernilla is the captain of Golden Might, which was the #1 guild.
Oh shit. Ahem. Oh no. She's
Sitting-
hot.
Sitting across from her is this dark-skinned individual who is kind of shrouded in robes. You can see like two very sharp and curved daggers that he just wears at his hips. But other than that, he's got a very mystical appearance, and he gives off like a silent but mysterious vibe. He looks your direction, just simply nods, doesn't say anything. But this is Justice, who is the captain of Sleeping Sacrament, also in the top 5 martial guilds.
So just to double check something for my own personal curiosity, Vance's killer was hooded and had 2 daggers, correct?
He was not hooded. He had 2 daggers. Oh yes, sorry. He had 2 daggers. He had a hood. He had his sleeves were like cut off, like it looked like some punk. But he was light skinned. But Justice just kind of greets you. Brunel is just sitting on the couch, just smiling. Occasionally, like drinking like a tankard of beer.
And just to double check, based off of what little we could see of the perpetrator, it's not him.
Absolutely not Justice.
Okay.
You would know. Believe me, you would know.
Okay. Okay.
His robes are bright blue, like he stands out.
Oh, it's that kind of robe. Okay.
And Godfrey kind of just, motions to the room, and he's like, "Here, we've gathered who we could find. Though we're still missing some members, ideally, that we would like on the council. As it stands, it was brought to my attention that the guild function is up and running.
Is it now?
It is 1,000 gold to register your guild.
A hefty sum to mainly establish a group, but if the system requires it, the system requires it.
Be that as it may, the guilds have the power with enough guilds. A minimum of 5 is needed. Ideally, 8 or 9. But the guilds have the power to establish the council in any city or large enough town, such as this. The council has the power to enact laws. The law that we can establish here could be to make this place a safe zone, where there would be no player killing inside the walls, and not only would the PvP arena be safe, hence why we wanted to bring you in. But please, I'm getting ahead of myself. Sit down, get comfortable." And he also sits down, starts drinking a beer as well.
All right. Okay. Teddy will sit down next to Sarros, wherever he sits.
I'm assuming there's like a table where all the leaders are sitting at. I mean, yeah.
It's a very like spread open lounge. So there's a bunch of couches. There's like love seats or like individual chairs.
Find the adult table, and then the rest of us will sit at the kiddie tables.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Actually, I understand that. Yeah, there's all the people you mentioned, but are there like guild members that are just like in the room itself aside from us?
There's a couple of vice captains, like Lilith is there. There's Olava Shatterfist that is next to Pernilla. And that is her vice captain, and also like her partner in real life and in game.
Oh,
That's cute.
It's adorable.
they can die together.
Oof.
Oh God.
Stop it.
That's gonna be tragic.
Nyla takes Ainsley's hand, and we just find a corner to ourselves, close enough to listen to, but enough to be out of the way.
Dante's just gonna look at Teddy and be like, "You want to go mingle?"
Sure. Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's make asses out of ourselves in front of the other vice captains.
Godfrey once again resumes. He's like, so we've learned this information about the guilds. We have also learned that at level 4, you will have access to main quests, and hence probably an easier way to level up.
I would not doubt it.
This also brings us to the point that our main quest going to be our ticket out of this mess. Is the end-all goal to beat the game? It's a thought, but again, speculation.
Well, it's still unclear whether or not the Sovereign have merely created an accidental circumstance for us. It's entirely possible this is all just a misunderstanding of a giant proportion that is being figured out slowly.
And finally, I may be speaking out of turn, but there seems to be some sort of update from what I've seen. But ranked PvP is also available, although no one is actively fighting for it, with just cause, given the events happening around town. I would like to sit down and formally discuss all our options or avenues to make this not as lawless as it's quickly becoming. And Chain Sky kind of joins in. See, I said it was only a matter of time. And here we are. Humans are a curious breed, are they not? Pernilla kind of, joins in. So what are you waiting for? Hurry up, make your fucking guild, and get on it! Let's get this shit under control!
That, I can conjecture, while I cannot speak for my guild as of yet, as I've not conversed with them properly on this, I believe is the best course of action. However, how many other guilds have you brought into this fold of yours?
I've only recruited, and this is Gottfried speaking once again, the top guilds that I can find. Not with us today, although they are on board, are Flint from Service of the World, Vivian Dusk from Ordained Genesis, and Tadashi from Sacred Bounty. The 3 mercantile guilds. With you, we're looking at 9. And once we have access to the council, then we can begin to discuss how to enact the laws and see what resources we will need to do so.
Ainsley speaks up from the corner. Do you have access to quests?
We're a little short on funds.
At this point, Wen kind of joins up. Did you not take the, hidden quest in that one inn?
We did. However, due to the circumstances of our patron of said inn, the reward was modified, to say the least.
Oh, I mean, yeah, the whole key business? Yeah, I didn't go with that, but you get a diamond from the well.
Beg pardon?
I forgot about that one.
Mm-hmm.
He turns to Ainsley.
You got the diamond.
I do.
You got it.
Yeah, I mean, you can sell it at any merchant. They'll buy it. They've got the funds for it. Take it to the magic shop lady. The one with the exorbitant, wild prices.
Don't like her.
Yes, but when you start making in the dough, then, you know. And Wen's second in command, Leon Storm, kind of nudges him. You should speak more formally. When you see like they have like this like moment between each other, a little spat. As I was saying, and like he changes his tone, his manner of speaking, everything completely. You should probably take it to that dwarf. She should have the funds for it. And it should be a good way to get the resources you need.
So, I know I'm fairly new to this, but I that does raise the question. How did you know about the update and the guilds coming together? Did someone tell you, or did you just find this out on your own?
Yes, someone told us. And Godfrey is, he steps in. He goes, you can thank the, vice captain of Ordained Genesis, Nyx. She's usually very on top of her things.
I don't believe that person is present, correct?
Correct.
So, I definitely think that we need to talk to her. Him? I'm sorry, I don't mean to assume.
It's a her.
The guild leader of Ordained Genesis is in the room, right?
No.
Oh, good.
The guild leader of Ordained Genesis is Vivian Dusk. But it is one of the mercantile guilds that are not in the room,
Right.
along with Service of the World and Sacred Bounty.
So many fucking guilds and so many names. Ah!
The lore is rich and deep. And I do have one more question. If we got a shard from that quest, did you all get a shard as well? Little piece of that puzzle?
They all look a little confused. No. One? No, there was no shard. I don't know what you're talking about.
Interesting.
This is just for informational purposes here. The inn that you accepted this hidden quest from was the prancing unicorn, right?
No.
No.
Oh. But you know what I'm talking about? The quest with the kobolds and stuff?
Does anyone else in the room that's not in our guild looks weirdly at that?
No, not at all. I
Can
mean,
I
everyone
insight, please?
everyone's looking at you like you know, like you guys didn't get it from the same inn. Why not?
Can I insight that, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Second roll of the night. It's been a minute. I'm stressed, I'm depressed, but god damn it, I know I'm a mess. That one, let's go.
Damn.
Hey, the duality of man.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You know when I said I was a mess, I didn't mean it literally.
It's just a complete. It's the flip roll of what Eli got.
Oh, I just noticed that. Holy shit!
Gotta
For
love it.
those who aren't paying attention or can't see, Eli originally rolled an 18 on one side and a 1 on the other. I rolled a 1 on one side and an 18 on the other. Yeah.
So I mean, he's, as far as you can tell, he's telling the truth, and he seems very genuine. Like, as he's very confused as to how you got this quest, not by visiting the one inn that everyone else went to.
So, none of you expect to Nevin Whispermouse at the Raging Opportunist?
Nope, I haven't heard of that. No.
No one asked for entertainment?
No. I'm I'm very confused here.
Sarros just turns back to his guild like, the fuck is going on?
Hey, that just means that the Raging Opportunist is ours with no competition.
Nyla's just in the back with like 2 thumbs up.
Sarros turns back to the other guild leaders. Oh? Oh yeah, wait, by the way. In the original version of Grand Gate, could we see like a guild tag on people's name tags?
Yes.
Do we see guild tags on any of them right now?
Yep. They all have one.
Everyone in the room except
Yep.
us?
Yep.
Ah.
Damn, they were quick.
And we were just having existential crises for 2 days, you know?
Oh, you know, episodes of depression, they come quick and fast.
See what I mean
All
about
right.
making sure we stay leveled up with everybody else?
Yeah. Well, I have a question about this whole council thing.
Shoot.
Well, we at the Chuki's Covenant, you know, we're not necessarily one of the highest ranking guilds. So I'm just curious about, like, when it comes to council votes and things of that matter, how much our vote will weigh compared to the other guilds. We are sitting amongst like the top 5 upper ranked guilds, and we don't really come close to that. So, you know, we don't have as much weight behind us as everyone else.
Everyone has equal opportunity on the council. All votes count the same.
Well, that answers my question. And she'll kind of just take a step back.
Everyone has fair say.
And in Grand Gate 1.0, this council system was there originally too as well, or nah?
Yes, but not to the degree that it is here, I assume.
That was an out of character question, by the way.
Well, there's your answer.
All right, cool. Sorry, just trying to make. I don't really differentiate the two with that, Vel. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah. So like the council system was a thing. It was usually relegated to larger cities. But there was also the cities came with like their own protection. Like you wouldn't have like player killing on the streets of a city. That wasn't a thing. Mainly city councils would do is boost experience points in the area, boost gold gained in the area. They would be in charge of like putting up special shops during events and things like that, and coordinating things like that.
As Teddy mentioned, you know, we're not one of the top guilds, so I'm just curious why you thought to include us.
Surprised you're asking. There's been many times where we've faced many a raid together.
It's true.
You're like what, top
Sometimes.
30?
Chuki's Covenant
Yeah.
was in the like top 20.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
Hey,
wow.
good on us! Hell yeah!
All right.
Woo!
We did it. We moved up, guys.
By death of the other competition, we got better.
I love
Like,
winning
you
shouldn't
by
laugh at
default.
that.
You guys were all very high leveled and like, you know, good at what you did. You had some other players, but you weren't a large guild.
Mhm.
We were a sexy guild.
Well, you know, sometimes
Small
it's
but meaningful.
in times of uncertainty, sometimes it's just nice to have some good news, and knowing that the people on the top think highly of you is good news, so thank you.
So once we get the money, who do we give it to?
The guild information can be assessed at the front desk of the Adventurers Hall. Ask for the guild application. They should take your information and your payment from there. Fernella chimes in. She's like, "Yeah, hurry it up. The more you fucktards waste time, the more people out there are fucking dying."
Sarros does not take the word dying but kindly, but he keeps that to himself.
Well, I guess I guess we'll go sell the diamond then. And we'll be back.
Yes. Shouldn't be longer than any more than an hour, right?
If that, I feel like there's enough of us with high enough charisma to make sure this goes quickly and efficiently.
I do have high charisma. Well, let's go. We'll be back. Meeting on hold. Don't bust out those cookies yet.
They nod. Some say, okay, good. You all head to. Are you heading to the expensive magic shop?
I forget which was the one with the dwarf, because we went to two.
The expensive one.
Oh, yes. Then we'll have to go to the expensive one.
Yeah, the one they called us for.
As long as you don't throw GameStop prices at us, we'll be fine. Yes, your 1,000 gold diamond. I'll give you a silver for it.
You literally said it was
Yeah.
1,000 gold.
Personally, I'd rather support small business, but if it has to be the big guy, then it has to be the big guy.
The Walmart of magic shops.
Do we have to go to Beffrey Jesus?
Shouldn't laugh at that. Shouldn't laugh at that.
See, you came up with it faster than me, because I was thinking in my head of a funny name. But you were quicker to it than I was.
That's my go-to. Just swap the first letter of 2 words. There we go.
There
Perfect.
you go.
Perfect joke every time.
Every time.
Alright, so you make your way to the Searing Seeker.
That
Yes.
horrible dwarf woman.
Don't say that out loud in front of her.
So Rizwin is there to greet you, and she's dwarven, but she's a little elderly. She just says, "How's everything? Good to see you."
Hello. Yes. We were wondering if we could perhaps sell this to you, and I'll reach into Ainsley's bag and pull out the diamond.
Of course. It's a very good diamond. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
She doesn't sound good.
Who's selling the diamond?
Not me. I only
Ah.
have 15 charisma.
I figured either myself or Lucky Teddy would be.
Who has the best persuasion?
Probably me. Let me look.
Wait. Yes, did you say you had 15 charisma?
Oh, I
Yes.
actually have. I have proficiency in persuasion, so I have a +5 in that.
Look at that. I have the same.
Well,
Yeah, I got a 4.
Ness, you said yours was 15?
Yeah.
How the fuck did I end up with the 12?
I don't know, Captain.
Asimar's are slightly scary, I suppose.
No, we get every Asimar sub race gets +1 to charisma.
That sounds like you fucked up.
God damn it, roll 20.
Remember I rolled really well? That 15 is my lowest stat.
That's
my
right, you had
God.
ungodly rolls.
It was insane, those stat rolls.
I rolled a 6 at one point, and Pap had to give me a pity roll.
That was funny. That was
Yeah,
funny.
so my charisma is 15. My intelligence, constitution, and strength are 16. My wisdom is 17, and my dex is 18.
You don't have to rub it in.
I want to use the soundboard so badly right now, but I don't want to ruin the podcast.
Damn, I'm just looking at all my 12s.
Average across the board.
There's so many of them.
So who is selling this diamond? I need a persuasion check.
I will do it.
Go for it.
I'll do it.
Guidance.
Thank you. I'm assuming that's the +4, correct?
D4.
D4.
D4. Well,
Yeah.
Since you're in the mood to sell, we would like no less than 1,000 gold pieces for this pink diamond. It's in perfect condition, just washed, actually.
Wasn't the thing like 5,000 value when we found it?
I don't know. I don't remember. It's just a big diamond. Let's see what she gets for it. But here's the persuasion. How about a 24?
What's D4?
Plus D4, let me see.
My notes say very large diamond worth 1,000.
Okay,
Okay.
so I was correct. I was correct. How about a 26?
She looks at the diamond. She goes, Yes, I see. Okay. 1,000 is what you want for this?
At least.
Okay. 1,000 it is. And she gives you 1,000 gold.
Hey.
Well, that was easy. Should I have asked for more? I'm not. This isn't. I don't normally do the selling. But I'm quite good at it, I suppose. But yes, look! It's enough to found the guild again, boys!
Hoorah! You did good.
Teddy, would you like to hold on to the payment?
Sure, why not? I'll take the gold.
And mysteriously, during the walk back, it just disappeared.
What? Please don't lose the gold.
Don't worry, I got sticky fingers. It'll be fine.
Is that a
Alright.
JoJo reference?
Can be if you want it to be.
Let's be honest, a lot of things can be a JoJo reference. JoJo.
Sticky fingers.
So you guys sell the diamond, you get the 1,000 gold, and you make your way back to the Adventurers Hall.
As we're walking back, I'd like to converse with the group while we're away from the other guilds.
Yep. Go ahead.
All right. I know I did most of the talking back there at the beginning, but I want everyone's opinion on this. How do you feel about this council idea?
I think if it keeps a semblance of law and order, especially since it seems we can't trust people to do that on their own, I feel like it's the best thing we have as a short-term solution.
I think it's a good start. I mean, we need some semblance of order and, of foundation if we're going to figure out a way to get out. And it seems like everybody's already kind of got a plan for that. So, yeah, I'm down. We'll see how we'll ride it to see how far it goes.
As long as there's some sort of voting system, or when new policies or laws or whatever need to be enacted, I think that's fine.
I feel like if anybody tries to make a move for this being a dictatorship, I don't think it will be taken well.
I think we should be fine.
I mean, we have played with most of these folks you have for a while. Like I said, I'm fairly new to this, so I don't see any reason not to trust them.
All right. Very well. Now, sally forth.
Away we go.
All right. So you guys approach the desk. The NPC's there. He says, "Hi. How can I help you?"
We wish to establish our guild, please.
Already? That'll be 1,000 gold. And what is your guild name?
Turns to Lucky Teddy, that's her name, for the gold.
She'll put the gold on the desk and push it forward. Chuki's Covenant.
Yuki's Covenant. Already? And what would you like to select for your avatar? We'll say for the purposes of this that you guys end up selecting a avatar.
Sure.
All right.
And then
Yet to be determined. We'll discuss it off air.
Yes.
yeah. And then okay, so you're all set for your guild, Chuki's Covenant.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, guild functions have been established for all of your members, and then he gives you a members list to type in. You type in everyone's name. The guild halls can be purchased at 1 million gold pieces.
No need. We already got a guild hall.
Oh, very nice. Ahead of the game. I like that. Also available now are vistas. Player vistas go out for 600,000 gold. In case you want to own a private residence.
In this economy?
Main quests have now been available to you, or will be available to you upon reaching level 4. And
Right.
ranked PvP has been established. Is there anything else I can help you with?
What's a good way to level up?
We have this available quest, and you see it's another side quest, and this one is called Leader of the Pack.
Okay.
What do you say, Captain? I know we have our meeting to finish, but some questing afterwards?
Once we deemed Ever safe, I see no harm in it.
Then,
Well, then.
there you go.
A guild we are again.
Yes, Shuki's Covenant once more officially has resurfaced from the brink.
Are you all selecting that side quest?
Yes.
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 Okay. So upon selecting the such, you'll get the quest information, which says a pack of wargs has been sighted in the Calm Breeze Fields, being led by an enormous warg. It's a combat mission.
You had me at combat.
Glad we took a long rest. All right. Back to the guild hall to finish our meeting, I suppose.
Yes. I actually did have one question for you, madam. Was it sir?
Sir, yes?
When will the Temple of Resurrection be operational again?
I am afraid I do not have that information. The Temple of Revival has been demolished and is currently unoperational.
Demolished? As in this was ordered?
He looks at you but doesn't respond.
Can I insight check that?
Yes.
I'm gonna join in on that.
This guy's behaving like a regular NPC.
Yeah, he
that's what's,
actually-
bothering me. He's using terminology that others didn't understand.
That's a 12 from me.
That's a 22 from me.
Based on what you've seen from the behavior of other NPCs, he's not acting as normal as some of the others that you encountered, like Revenant or Nevin. He's still very much like sticking to the script, but you remember that he got on the counter before and like used a megaphone to try to like calm the crowd. So like there
Like that
was
same guy?
a moment of freedom. Yeah, same guy.
Is there a well, I don't know if my 12 can decipher, but is there a lie? Is there a fib in there?
Or an omission of truth?
There's no, neither.
Okay.
He's telling the truth as far as you know. Why he's behaving this way, you're not certain, but based on like what he's giving off and like what you can like pick up from his body language and stuff, it doesn't seem like he's being malicious or anything.
Interesting. Okay.
Let's finish the meeting and head on out.
Agreed.
I'm itching to kick some ass. Respectfully. She'll hold up her left hand and cross her heart respectfully, of course.
Again, I'm still not too keen on potentially killing living creatures, but I feel like it's the only way forward at this point.
These are wargs. You don't have to think of them as living creature. They're like rabid dogs.
Mom won't let me watch Old Yeller. She says it's too much for me. Granted, keep in mind, I'm 15. I'm fairly sheltered.
How do you even know what that movie is?
Ainsley will not watch Old Yeller because it makes her cry, and it's just convenient that it also makes Nyla cry, so that's the reason.
Mm-hmm.
They get a new one.
I think the new one's called Cujo.
All right, so you guys are heading out of town to get your quest.
Oh no,
we
we
gotta
gotta
No, no,
finish
no,
our
no.
meeting. It's time for
Back to the
democracy.
meeting. Back to the meeting.
We can't just
Okay.
ghost them.
All right.
I mean, imagine if we did though. We just came back like a day. Like we all thought you were dead. Oh, really? Weird.
Neat.
Just making sure. I never know.
Oh no,
Okay.
no. We have to finish our rendition of Hamilton.
Yes.
God. Who's gonna start rapping?
Gotta get a right man back.
How was a dragon sucked into an isekai? I can't rap, I'm white.
Oh, you're silver.
Fair.
There's a little bit of flavor in there.
Just a bit.
She's a pumpkin spice.
Yes. No, I am not a pumpkin spice dragon. How dare you? Impugn my
Back to the
honor in
game.
such a way. Madam.
Cinnamon breath weapon.
I'd love that. Especially now it
drinking. Damn it.
I
or
mean,
we
it's-
could be seasonal and make it nutmeg.
Oh no, it's mint.
Gnog.
My breath weapon is now mint scented. But
Okay,
yes.
So you head back to where they are waiting, and they see that your guild icon is there, and Godfrey just smiles and he's like, "Ah, excellent. So we can proceed forth to the council room, yes?"
Sure. How long is that gonna take?
Everyone's already getting up. It's like, right this way.
Can I
Okay,
insight
alright.
Godfrey real fast?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to double check. Like, he seems very eager about this council idea. So I just want to double check like his intentions behind it. Nat 20 on the other side, but I got a 9.
Oof.
It's very forthright.
Alright,
From what you can tell, it's very forthright.
alright.
So we follow.
We follow.
You guys all follow. You
Follow.
you get to the point where there's these large double doors, and then upon everyone putting the right hand, the guild leaders put their right hand on the door, and you need 5 at least. So 5 hands go up, and the doors open. There's these stairs ascending upward. Once you go to the top floor, there's this long hallway that leads into this council room, circular council room. And in it, there's this large table surrounded by many chairs. These beautiful golden statues of different classes kind of line around the room, with lots of plants and floral arrangements. There's this lovely both sides of the rooms have nice windows leading around it, and it's this large kind of domed area where you can almost overlook the entire town. It's at the very, very top of the Adventurers Hall.
Oh no, there's a map.
Ooh. Oh boy.
And okay, so around this council, the various members are sitting down. So let us discuss going forward what we should do to keep this town and the citizens safe. Chain
All right.
Sky looks to you, Sarros, and goes, "Do you have any points of contention or anything you want to bring up?"
Yes, actually. As of yesterday, we witnessed such illegal acts. As we were returning from a quest, as we previously mentioned, retrieving the diamond, we saw another player killed, but we can only assume was another player. We could not see who they were, but they were holding 2 daggers and fully cloaked and hooded. They came out of nowhere, stabbed them from behind, and ran off.
I see. That is quite unfortunate. I'm very sorry for your loss if you knew them in any manner.
Sarros stays silent after that. And respond.
When
Well?
comes in and starts, well, we know that we need to establish the laws to safeguard this town. That's the priority number 1.
How do you suggest we go about enforcing these laws? Will one guild be responsible for guarding the streets or enforcing these laws in some manner or another?
Now, I don't know how this all really works because of, current situations. But if there is a system, so to speak, if there is such a thing as a system, should be implemented through the system once we register and bypass whatever laws that we need. It should just be implemented. So essentially, if I'm understanding this right, once that is passed, anyone can stab somebody in the street and nothing's gonna happen. It's like PvP. You go down and you come right back up.
Feel like that should be first order of business to prevent any more untimely losses.
Here's what I'm curious about with this whole council thing. Can only captains vote?
It's 1 vote per guild.
Ah, okay.
So not necessarily the captains, but the guild is represented in the vote.
Yes, I, the one with the least charisma, is the voice of the people.
And you can always bring me with you.
Or me. Or Dante. Or Ainsley. Or anybody.
Literally anybody but you.
I used to have +4 charisma.
See,
Used to.
three of us are particularly persuasive, and my sister can just punch them.
So could I. And Dante. We all could, actually. We're all pretty versatile.
Yeah, all things considered.
I can't punch. That's probably not a good idea.
I'm just gonna sit in my leader's chair, okay, guys?
It's got cup holders.
It does.
You're here because we like you, buddy. That's why.
They like me. They really like
Me.
So looking at the table, there's a council menu that you can look up, and everyone kind of is looking through it, and the law to establish for the town to have like a safe space, right, within its walls, and invincibility would cost 10,000 gold.
We have to use money to make laws?
Everything
Isn't that
has
how
a
it's
different-
normally done?
Everything has a different cost. Some are materials, not just money.
Well, we sold our 1 diamond for the fee to make the guild, so we will need time to gather our portion of this.
Yeah, we all pitching in for these laws, or how is this gonna work?
So currently there are 9 guilds here. We're including the 3 that are not here right now. If we divvy it up at 1,000, and he's like calculating, and Pernilla just speaks up, and she goes, "I'll put in 2,000. You guys do the rest, 1,000 each. I think it's fair." It is fair if you want to take that burden on your shoulders. Perhaps we can split it. 1,500 each. And she's like, "Yeah, whatever."
I will not argue against such actions.
Yeah. We still need time to get ours together. But obviously we'll do that as fast as possible.
Justice speaks up now, and he's been, quiet this entire time. It would take me a little bit of time to acquire such funds, but it should be done.
Is he speaking or is the frog speaking?
He's speaking.
Oh, okay.
Are we
Making
sure? Is it not an illusion?
Ventriloquism.
Boss monster in disguise.
Hypnotoad.
Ratatouille, guys.
Naruto.
That's pretty good. That's pretty
Yes.
good. Reverse
Yes.
Naruto.
It's Jiraiya. He's alive.
Oh.
Oh.
And then from the doors, because there's a council room here, guilds already approved can come, and so the three captains show up, and Vivian is like at the front. She goes, "I'm sorry we're late. Dreadfully, dreadfully long time to establish a somewhat manageable network. And Flint speaks up and he says, I don't know what the problem is. It's always been established that we've had the biggest network, and it's always the footwork to lay it down. And Vivian just kind of rolls her eyes at him. Just sit down and join the council. So, what do we miss?
Not much. Just figuring out the next course of action, which is to legalize, or yeah, what's the term? Not legalize.
Enforce?
So, technically, stop PvP in the streets. Make sure that it can be kept to the arenas, and no killing.
Very good. And
We're
what is the
currently
price that we
discussing-
need to pay for this?
Yeah, funding.
And Godfrey is 1,000 gold.
Each.
Vernilla and I have agreed to split it 1,500 each. That should lessen some of the burdens on all of you. Very well. What are we doing about the lack of a temple? The Temple of Revival.
Yes, that is a good idea. If when players need to be respawned, they will need a place to do so. Building the temple as soon as possible is the best course of action, aside from stopping any need for revival to the PvP law.
You assume that there is a revival process.
We have no reason to
Until
think not.
we meet or travel across the sea to the Great Isle, we won't know.
Are there plans eventually to travel to the Great Isle? I feel like it's something we might need to undertake together. Our innkeeper did say the journey was quite perilous.
The southern sea is quite perilous, yes, but the Great Isle is to the west, northwest actually.
Pardon?
The Great Isle is to the northwest of where we are.
That's not what he told me. He told me it was to the south. Captain, why are we getting two different versions of the same story? I'm not doubting them at all. Do you think Nevin
Inside?
lied?
Is this insight worthy, Pap?
If whoever you want to insight, you let me know. You can always
All right.
insight whoever you want.
I
At
just
least
wanna
one,
see if-
just once, obviously, but yes, you
obviously,
can
yeah.
insight whoever.
If he believes that the Great Isle is to the northwest, that is. All right, 22 both sides.
Yes, he does.
GG.
He'll just like, with like a cupped hand to his mouth to the back, like over his shoulder to Nyla. I believe he believes what he's saying. We'll question Nevin when we get back.
Right. As you will, Captain.
Sorry about that. Internal matters and all that.
There doesn't seem to be a way to cross currently. There are no ships, unfortunately, and we're not at a dock. Windfell is unfortunately right smack in the middle of the island. Yes, so about that, and Vivian speaks up. Do we know how we're going to deal with the primal? And Godfrey kind of tilts his head when also like squints his eyes a bit. I'm sorry. You know the primal.
Do we
The
know what
great-
that is?
The great worm of the island.
Worm?
Oh no.
Was that a thing in 1.0?
No.
Was that something we knew about previously?
No.
You guys have been pretty busy over the past day.
Yes, how did you learn all of this?
We're ordained Genesis. Our entire purpose is to seek out the hidden artifacts and information business. And I'm damn good at what I do. The Primal is responsible for the wind on the island.
Oh, no, Wormwind. Ew.
Worm farts? Awesome.
Great, perfect.
Just for clarification, is this with a Y or an O?
With a Y.
There we go.
Oh.
My kind of worm. Unfortunately.
The Great
Very well.
Primal is named Sylph.
Ainsley's gonna sit forward in her chair a little bit and tap Sarros on the shoulder and just whisper, "We need to ask her about the shards after."
Reid. He'll do the same thing where he cups his mouth and just turns over his shoulder to her.
I see. This will need to be addressed at some point, but I think this matter is what we need to focus on.
Yes. I know it's best to get our current affairs in order before we try to meddle with others.
Yep. And Flint is also will join after that and say, yeah, and there is another issue.
Cocks an eyebrow.
Well, we were unfortunately at the wrong place at the wrong time, but we lost an NPC and they didn't come back.
An NPC didn't come back.
So we're all on the same playing field.
Looks that way.
Is it... Do monsters respawn? Or is it just the people that don't come back?
Best I can tell, monsters are respawning. But this is the only incident that I've seen an NPC actually go down and yeah, it didn't come back up.
How long ago was
checked.
this?
Oh, this happened shortly before coming here. This is one of the reasons for my tardiness.
And where was this?
Just outside of town.
Hmm.
Apologies for your loss if you knew this NPC.
Quite all right. I think that we have more important pressing times on our matter.
That is true, but there is the ramification of killing. If they're not coming back, that's potentially a person that's not coming back.
I think it's still too early to draw a distinction between what is real and what is fiction, or at least virtual. But it is something to consider.
Yeah. So on that, I think at the moment we gotta focus on each hurdle that's right in front of us. Meaning I think we just need to build up the funds and levels. Once we start establishing a few laws to get a good foundation, then we can start branching out into looking at the other towns and out and over the sea and all that.
Mm-hmm.
We should dream big, but not so big that we forget what's right in front of us.
Well said.
So, we of Chuki's Covenant got a quest we can go on. Probably give us enough money for our share for this for this no PKing law, and we can go from there after we get that established.
I do have one question. Before we go, because it seems, as with so many things, we're not going to accomplish a lot without money. Have any of you seen one of these? And I hold up the shard.
You get a, kind of like a nod. People are looking into it. Vivian is curious about it. She says, "No, but how curious. And this is part of a larger set, I assume?"
Set of 8.
Ah,
I feel like this is a discussion for when we return. Some things not adding up with the story we've been given. Not saying that it's something. We're not saying that it's misinformation, just. We're confused, is all.
I mean, I would be as well if you, if 2 and 2 weren't adding up to 4, then I would be mighty concerned. But
Ian, any information you could help us find about these shards would be much appreciated.
I'll keep my eye out for them. Well, I think that we all know our duties and what we need to tackle first. I think this is a good starting point. Anything else would be arbitrary currently. So I think we should adjourn the council and get started as quick as we can.
Yeah, let's do it. Got some wargs to kill. Destroy. I use the PG version.
You can say kill, and apparently the monsters are just code, so feel a little better about that, at least.
Alright, just want it to be, PG about it.
You don't have to be completely PC. Remember, I said a swear yesterday.
That's true. Okay, all right. We'll move it up to PG-13.
That was a special circumstance, which hopefully will not bear repeating often.
Hey, every PG-13 movie gets one fuck. Oh, I think I used ours.
Okay, so the council is adjourned. You guys, step out. You step out of the adventurers' hall and back to the town square. And so from here, you are going to head out for your quest, yes?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's time.
Do we need to buy any more health potions or anything in the meantime?
Yeah. That would be optimal.
Do we have to go back to that horrid dwarf woman again? It's the second time in a day.
She seemed fine when she was with us.
Let's see. I have 3 potions. Are you sure you need more?
I had to use the one that I had last time, so...
I mean, I can divvy them up, unless you want more than one.
I should be all right with just the one if I have my handy-dandy healer shadow.
I need everyone to roll me perception.
I dislike that. I dislike that.
I don't like the way you say that. I don't like the music. I don't like that one.
I rolled a 10. I rolled a 10.
I rolled a 10 too.
+0.
Well, I rolled an 8.
Oh my
We all
God.
rolled like garbage.
Wait, there's still hope. There's
Reid,
still
up
hope.
to you.
Come on, Reid.
What?
Come on, Reid.
Use your special eyes.
my brand.
Come on.
Oh.
Huh?
That hear me?
Oh, there
Yeah,
you
we
go.
can
Oh,
hear
I
you.
rolled
Yes,
like 3
we can.
times.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh no.
Well,
We see nothing.
yeah.
We're blind.
Everybody's
Seven.
lagging for me.
It's okay. Give it a second.
Those curious rolled 2 10s, a 5, an 8, and a 7. We're doing great, folks.
We're doing wonderfully.
Okay, so all of you, as you're stepping outside and debating, where to get potions and everything else before you tackle on this mission, do not see where this comes from. But there is a large boulder that just comes sailing through the air and just smashes across the fucking town. And you see there is smoke going up in different places, and this entire town is being pelted by giant boulders. And in the far distance you hear
So we just walked out the building and all of a sudden chaos.
and that's where we'll leave for tonight.
No!
Fuck!
Angry! Am angry!
Looks like the wargs will have to
The
wait.
wait.